एंड वेलकम टू स्मार्ट एजुकेशन। आज हम करेंगे लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स। नाउ व्हाट डज दिस मीन? लीनियर इक्वेशन इज एन इक्वेशन जिसमें कॉन्स्टेंट्स होते हैं, जैसे नंबर्स 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, एनी नंबर विच इज़ अ कॉन्स्टेंट, एंड वेरिएबल्स होते हैं। वेरिएबल्स आर एनी अल्फाबेट्स विच आर यूज्ड एज वेरिएबल्स जिनकी वैल्यूज वैरी करती है। Now this is linear equation in two variables. So we'll only have two variables. For example, we can say 2x plus 3y equals to 5. Now this is a linear equation which has a left hand side and a right hand side, and two variables which is x and y. Another example can be x plus 3y equals to 7, right? So two variables which is x and y, and it's a linear equation because it has a left hand side and a right hand side. Now when we solve these equations, we get some value for x and some value for y. Now these values which we get are actually called the solution of these linear equations. So when we talk about the solutions, that means the values of x and y. Now there are two ways to find the solution of the given linear. The two ways are graphical method, which is we draw the graphs of the equations and we see the intersection point, that will be the solution, or we have algebraic method, where we solve these equations using some algebraic methods to find the values of x and y. So let's understand these methods using some examples. Now let's consider some examples. The first one is x plus y equals to 5 and 2x plus 3y equals to 6. This is your first equation and this is the second equation. If we draw the graph of these equations, we see that they're intersecting at one point, which is actually for x it is 9, for y it is -4. 9 and -4. So this is the solution of these equations. So these equations have a definite solution which is 9 and -4. Let's see another example. Second example is 2x plus y equals to 5 and 4x plus 2y equals to 3. If we draw the graph of these equations, we see that the lines are actually parallel. They're not meeting anywhere. So such equations have no solution. They have no solution. There is no solution. Let's see the third one. It's 3x plus 4y equals to 7 and 6x plus 8y equals to 14. If we draw the graph of this, we see it's the same line. It's coincidenting. So in this case, we say that there are infinitely many solutions. They have infinitely many solutions, right? So there are three cases. One where you get a definite solution, which is a unique solution. Second, where you get no solution when the lines are parallel. And third, when the lines are coinciding, so there are infinitely many solutions. Now let's see an interesting thing. Look at the examples again. In the first one, if we see the coefficient of x is 1 and here the coefficient is 2, if we find the ratio, we get the ratio as 1/2. Now the coefficient of y is also 1 and coefficient of y over here is 3. So the ratio will be 1/3, and ratio of the constant terms is 5/6. So did you see all these ratios? These are not equal. All of them are different. Let's see the second example. Here the coefficient of x is 2. Here the coefficient of x is 4. So if we see the ratio which is 2/4, which can be simplified to 1/2. Over here, the coefficient of y is 1, coefficient of y is 2. So the ratio is 1/2. And for the constant terms, we have 5 and 3. So the ratio is 5/3. So we see that the first two ratios are equal, but they are not equal to the third one. And if we consider the third example, we have the first ratio, coefficient of x, which is 3/6, which is going to be 1/2. For coefficients of y, it's 4/8, which is again going to be 1/2. And for the constant 7/14, which is again going to be 1/2. So in this case, all the three ratios are equal. So did you note? If we are given any two equations and we need to find out whether it will have a unique solution, it will have no solution, or it will have infinite many solutions, this is the method to find it. Let's just generalize the statement. So in general, we can say that if we have two equations like a1x plus b1y equals to c1 and a2x plus b2y equals to c2. In this case, if the coefficient ratio of the coefficient of x and y is not equal, then they will be intersecting lines and will get a unique solution. If the ratio of the coefficients is same but they are not equal to the ratio of the constant terms, then we'll have parallel lines and it will have no solution. And thirdly, if the ratios of the x and y term and the constant term, all the three ratios are equal, then we have the coincident lines and infinitely many solutions. Okay, this is a general way to find out without actually drawing the graph of the equations. Another term which we use is that for unique solutions, we use that the lines are consistent. Unique solutions and for infinite solutions, the lines are consistent because we get some answer. But in case of parallel lines, we have no solution, so this is called inconsistent lines. Inconsistent lines. The other method to find solution of linear equation is using through algebraic methods. There are two methods. First is substitution method and second is the elimination method. Substitution, अगर हम वर्ड ध्यान से पढ़ें तो substitution मतलब एक जगह पे किसी और चीज़ को substitute करना. तो हम एक वेरिएबल की वैल्यू निकाल के दूसरी इक्वेशन में पुट करके उसे सॉल्व करेंगे. एंड सेकेंड इज एलिमिनेशन. एलिमिनेशन मीन्स टू एलिमिनेट, एक चीज़ को हटा देना. तो एक वेरिएबल को हटा के पहले हम सेकेंड वेरिएबल को सॉल्व करेंगे. कंफ्यूज्ड? No problem. We'll understand it using an example. So let's start with substitution method first. For example, we have the equations x plus y equals to 7 and x minus y equals to 8. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now from equation 1, if we take y on the other side, we'll get x equals to 7 minus y. This becomes number 3. Now we substitute this value of x in equation number 2. So substituting 3 in 1, we get 7 minus y is equals to 8. Okay, solving this we'll get 7 minus y becomes 2y equals to 8. We take 7 on the other side, so we get 2y is equals to 8 minus 7. So minus 2y equals to 1 and y equals to minus 1 by 2. Because minus 2 is getting multiplied, so it will go and divide on the other side. So this is the value of y. Now we can substitute this value in equation 3. So substituting in 3, we get the value of x as 7 minus y. So this will be 7 minus of 1 by 2, which is 7 plus 1 by 2, and solving this will get the answer as 15 by 2. So this is the value of x. So this is how you'll substitute the value of one variable into the second equation and solve for the given variable. Now let's try and solve the same equation using the elimination method. Elimination means to eliminate, to reduce. So here, if we see carefully, there are two ways to solve it. First way, if we eliminate y, if you can see, we have plus y and minus y. So let's add the two equations. If we add the two equations, then plus y and minus y gets cancelled. X plus x becomes 2x and 7 plus 8 becomes 15. So, and 2 will go there. So, we'll get x equals to 15 by 2, right? And substituting it back in equation 1, we can find the value of y, which will be 7 minus x, which is 7 minus 15 by 2. So, which will be minus 1 by 2, right? The same answer. Now, another way to solve the same equation can be if we eliminate x instead of y. To eliminate x, we need to change the sign. So we will subtract the two equations. So sign gets changed. This becomes minus, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. Now this is plus x and minus x, which gets cancelled. Plus y and plus y becomes 2y, and 7 minus 8 becomes minus 1, and y will be minus 1 by 2, and substituting it back we'll get x as 15 by 2. So we get the same answer whether we solve with any of the given methods, and we can eliminate any of the variable, either x and x or y, which is e2 easily. I solve a special type of equation. 2 by x plus 3 by y equals to 13, and 5 by x minus 4 by y equals to minus 2. So now x and y are in the denominator. So what to do? Simple. We'll put let 1 by x equals to capital A and 1 by y equals to capital B. So equation 1 becomes 2a plus 3b equals to 13, and equation 2 becomes 5a minus 4b equals to minus 2. Now this is again our equation 1 dash, and this becomes equation 2 dash. Right? Now we can solve these using any of the two methods, substitution or elimination. So let's try and solve using substitution, using elimination method. So to eliminate, we need to make the same coefficients first. So if you multiply equation 1 dash with 5, we will get 10 into 5, 5 into 2 as 10a plus 15b is equals to 65. And if we multiply equation 2 with 2, we get 2 into 5, which is 10a minus 8b equals to minus 4. Now we have 10a and 10a, but they have the same sign, both are positive. तो हमें इन दोनों इक्वेशन को सब्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा ताकि इनका साइन चेंज हो सके. So let's subtract them. This becomes minus, this becomes plus, this becomes plus. So this is cancelled. Plus 15 and plus 8 is 23b, and 65 plus 4 is 69. So b will be 69 divided by 23, which is equals to 3. So value of b is 3. Substituting it in equation 1 dash, we get 2a plus 3 3s are 9 equals to 13. 2a equals to 13 minus 9. 2a equals to 4 and a equals to 2. We get the value of a as 2 and value of b as 3. But these are the values of a and b, and we need x and y. So for that, we'll go back to our substitution thing. Now we have put 1 by x equals to a. This implies x is equals to 1 by a, and a was 2, so x is 1 by 2. Similarly, 1 by y was b, so y will be equal to 1 by b, which will be 1 by 3. So actual solution of the equation will be 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Apart from substitution and elimination method, there is also cross multiplication method to solve the equations. But as of now, that is not in the syllabus, so we are not covering it in this video. But we will be making a separate video explaining that method. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please share it with someone who needs it, who need to understand the chapter more. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Smart Education, and keep watching our next video. Thank you.